steps. They love to take the free air. They love to dream of blackmail. They love to dream of blackmail. They love to run down from a glory. It's all right in the fact that you have the answer to everything. Faster, faster, won't you make it faster one more time? To breathe your breath inside. Your breath is out of time. Make it faster, make it faster, make it faster. I can find you. I can go down. I can round. I can take your agriculture. And watch your finger to the sky. And I get your piston. And I run after the forward. Save your ritual tragedy. It's time to celebrate our new novel. Complacent, subversive, serenity. Take it from here. I'll serve up your life with your full time.
Transition over, and we're live.
Are we?
I mean,
Are anyone really alive?
as alive as we can be.
Are you sure?
I mean,
Have you tested yourself with your machine recently? Have you patched those captcha tests on Google?
I have
Okay.
passed the captcha test on Google recently. I've had to.
So you have a very well-built machine.
Yeah. I don't know if you've noticed, but I set up a new computer
Oh, yeah.
recently, and so now I had to pass a bunch of captcha shit to get it going.
Are we streaming on the new thing, too?
Yeah, we're streaming on everything.
Everything.
Everything's fixed now. So we're on
No, the, what's the one that's just like...
Mixer.
Mixer.
Yeah.
Are we on Mixer now, too?
Yes, we are.
Ah.
We are on Mixer, YouTube, and we are currently going on Mixer, YouTube, and Twitch.
And the Ukrainian version of YouTube, Blaskon.
I don't think so, but I don't think anybody's using the Twitch or YouTube. I mean, not Twitch, the Mixer or YouTube ones yet, because, I mean, like I said, the first week it worked, last week it didn't, and now it's working again. When I reset up my computer after the move and the Windows registry fail.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
When I reset everything up, I apparently put I had one setting off.
I hate when that happens.
And so it broke the stream on those other platforms last week, but they work this week.
Yay!
Yeah, yay. and so now, if your preferred thing is Mixer or YouTube or Twitch, you can go on any of them, and it'll work.
So the live tiles on my computer are having an issue, like on where they're supposed to like show images and stuff like the weather and whatnot.
Yeah.
And my calendar one.
Yeah.
I finally get that fixed. But I'm going to a friend's birthday party tonight. So my calendar one just shows that person's picture. Because it's pulled from a Facebook event. So.
Yeah. It just shows their picture. You're just like, neat.
Oh, all right, you're there. Congratulations.
Yeah. So you can't see the comments now because
I can see the back of the comments.
Yes, what happened to my face? It's so visible. Yeah, it's you missed the last couple weeks. We in the comments, I shaved my beard down.
Should have kept that look.
No, it was terrible. I hated it so much. I talked.
Embrace your inner Lemmy.
No.
Give him a good hug.
No.
He needs it.
No.
Have you listened to his music?
Well, I don't want to hug Lemmy at all. Lemmy's super dead. He is very, very dead. I don't want to hug him. That will go very poorly for everyone involved.
Especially Lemmy.
No, I think mostly for me. Less for him.
How long has he been?
A few years now.
Yeah, so he's not at a point where it's just a skeleton either.
Yeah, no.
Just kind of a little slimy and...
Yeah. Remember, Boyd, you don't have to have your microphone in your face anymore.
All right.
That's too far. You can hear yourself peak, remember.
That's right. I can talk right here. I don't need to talk right here.
Yes, exactly. There you go.
1, 2. 1, 2.
Yes, exactly. This is Clinically Inane. We are a nerdy podcast based out of Seattle. I'm Curtis. That's Boyd. We talk about basically whatever's on our mind, what we've experienced recently. Games, movies, television, whatever. What are you?
What we've experienced recently.
What we've experienced recently. We haven't. Oh, I also got a haircut. That's the other thing. Why I'm visible. I also got a haircut recently.
So, did you get your eyebrows trimmed too?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, I did not.
Just would have rounded out the set.
No,
Nose hair?
no,
Ear hair?
no. Well, maybe.
Back hair?
I don't really have any.
Foot hair?
No. No.
All right.
I just the regular hair and the beard.
Palm hair?
I don't. That's a myth. But so I wanted we have two things I want to talk about this week, which we have. So every single time we start,
Your mother texts you?
No. We both get the same text message from the fucking Amazon Treasure.
Oh, yeah.
thing.
I think that thing's scheduled at 10 a.m. or like 10:05.
It's scheduled at like 10:05, so it always comes in like right as we've started this show.
What are we getting today?
Today is
Get Prime Day pricing on the iRobot Roboomba. $8.90.
Roboomba?
Roboomba. I'm sticking with Roboomba.
Yes.
Roomba. $891 today.
I'm turning you down because you keep talking loudly into the mic.
Okay, I'm sorry.
There you go. I'm just turning you down a little bit.
Talk quietly away from the mic.
Now I have to turn you back up again. God damn it. Hell, that kind of ties in nicely to one of the things that we've been playing for the last week is the Outer Worlds.
Yes.
Fucking corporate
And robots.
robots.
A cleaning robot, too.
Yeah. Corporations getting involved in all of our lives kind of thing.
Yeah.
So Boyd and I have both been playing the Outer Worlds for the last week or so. In fact, literally for the last week.
Is it Outer Worlds or the Outer Worlds?
This is the Outer Worlds.
Okay.
Which for some reason you thought came out like this week or next week or something like that.
No, some reason I thought it was a week after the new Star Wars game.
Which is
Fallen Empire?
which is
Or
next
Fallen Order?
Fallen Order, which is next week or the week after.
My birthday week.
It's your birthday week. It's next week.
Or was it next week? One of the two. I thought one of them came out the week before. Like, my birthday's like a Tuesday. I thought one was the week before and one was like a few days after.
Yeah,
like,
you're a little bit off.
Like, there was two games I was excited for. For some reason, I thought they came out within a week of each other.
Yeah, I texted Boyd. I was like, "Yeah, the Outer Worlds comes out tomorrow," and he's like, "What?" But you have access to it through Game Pass. I just bought it.
Yeah. So I bought because I bought a video card that came with free Game Pass, which got me the free game.
Yeah. But
So.
yeah, no, can't complain about it.
No.
But what have you thought about the Outer Worlds so far?
It's
Made by Obsidian, who
Yes.
made fucking Fallout New Vegas,
yes.
and which it's very
It holds a lot of vibe. It reminds me. I mean, I see both the points of KOTOR, and I guess I'm more play the more it does feel a little more like KOTOR than
right.
At first, I was thinking Mass Effect, but
Yeah, no, it. I mean, I can see the Mass Effect, but honestly, it feels very, very much like Knights of the Old Republic meets Fallout.
yeah. My PC version has one glitch that yours doesn't have.
Yeah, you're having trouble with people showing up on.
So when you go to like load outfits,
Yeah.
that wardrobe scene, there's no lighting on them. Like they're there. If
It's
there's
just- they're
things in
just
their
in
outfit
dark.
glow, you
Yeah.
can see the glow on it.
They're just dark.
They're just in the dark.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
There's literally just like one or two light effects missing.
But yeah, it's weird. I just realized. Wow. Okay, so I can see the Twitch chat on the thing, but it's not showing up in our like little box on here. Interesting. Good to know. Like I said, I'm still working out the glitches with this thing. But anyway,
I mean, those both games I enjoyed, so I've been enjoying the game, and
yeah.
it's got some wonderful, weird, subversive humor, just weird humor, and
Yeah, it does have a lot of like the weird subversive humor of it does have a little bit of some of the humor does give me a little bit of a Borderlands vibe too.
I have noticed a single theme in almost every, especially post-apocalyptic RPG I've played.
What's that?
Either pre-industrial or post-apocalyptic.
Yeah.
There's always a cannibal family.
Yeah, cannibals are a thing.
And
in
you will
all of
always,
those.
you don't encounter them as usually just cannibals. They're just friendly folks who seem creepy.
Yeah.
And then you find the person you've been sent to find is dead in their house.
Yeah. Like, are you thinking of like Red Dead?
Red Dead had it. pretty much all the Borderline games have had variations on it.
On some sort of
Mad
cannibal.
Max had it.
Well, that makes sense.
What was the one you love? That's the Wizards.
Dragon Age?
Dragon Age has cannibal. I mean,
Yeah.
so many of them have cannibals,
Yeah, it's true. A lot of them do have cannibals.
and it's always they've eaten someone you're looking for.
Yeah, that is true. They have eaten someone you're looking for. Some of them are significantly more fucked up than the other ones.
Yeah, like this one, they said, "Oh, this character's gone to deliver medicine to a family." I'm like, fucking cannibals. Actually, it could have been cannibals. It could have also been he was helping a secret organization. As soon as I realized I'm going to someone's house,
Yeah.
and I get labeled as a residence,
Yeah.
like just to enter the door, I knew cannibals.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
And they immediately invite you to dinner.
Yeah.
Are you going to stay for dinner?
No.
We're blessed to have you visit us.
The
universe provides for us.
that's the Red Dead one is super creepy.
Yeah.
Like they weren't cannibals so much as they just murdered people and took their stuff. But they were incestuous.
There's a cannibal family in Red Dead as well.
Oh, right, there is.
There's both.
One of the gangs is cannibals.
Yes,
I was thinking of the brother and sister who were.
There's that. If there's one house you go on into where everyone's gone now, but there's references to them being cannibals.
Yeah.
Then there's the brother and sister who murder you, steal your stuff, and
Yeah. Who
Dump
thought
you.
they murder you and you go back with a shotgun and blow them to hell.
yeah,
That was very cathartic to do that.
Yep.
I got to tell you.
I'm also going back and play does the game lock you into going back to their house?
No.
What's what would happen if you just showed up to camp after that without going back to their house?
Like
first?
you're missing a bunch of stuff. Like it doesn't lock you into going back to their house, but you will be missing a bunch of your
I
stuff.
was just wondering if there was any unique dialogues along with it. No.
It's a good question.
Yeah.
But the Outer Worlds, for those who don't know, is basically a hyper late stage capitalism.
Yeah.
There are other we've trekked to other planets, and corporations are.
If you read all the details, we're in a different solar system.
Yeah, and corporations are in charge. They're in control, and they are basically the government is corporation.
It's the board.
It's the board. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they go out and you go out and they you're a one of the colonists.
Well, yeah, because how they play it is you were on a colony ship
Yeah, and you were being sent out there
and you never arrived.
you never arrived because it ended up costing too much money to send you all the way out there, so they just kind of left you adrift, frozen in space.
Yep.
And so this outlaw scientist dude revives just you. And your purpose for the game, the goal for the game is to revive everyone else on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
At least right now, that's the purpose.
I got curious about one possibility and looked it up already, and
I don't want to know.
yeah.
I don't want to know.
Well, I didn't look at the ending. I just looked at a possible track.
Yeah. I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Because I'm just playing it.
It's a decision I know you didn't make already.
Okay. But it's good to know.
Mm-hmm. It was one I already asked you. I wonder if it's possible.
Okay.
Yep.
But they, again, decisions make a difference in this one. It's like very early on. You can tell this is made by people who have made a Fallout game before.
Yeah.
Because while they didn't work on Fallout 3, they did New Vegas. The style is very similar. Like the engine looks very similar.
There's a lot of that diesel punk vibe.
Yes. Except it's like futuristic diesel punk, but like the power hammers and stuff like that. But
a lot of Rocketeer and what the hell was his name? Something in the 21st century. Flash Gordon. Oh, I was thinking Astro Boy. Astro Boy too. Yeah.
Yeah. Very similar vibes, but it kind of drops you into the middle of it, and you don't work for any corporation, but you are they're almost like gangs at this point.
Yeah.
Like the corporations
They're
are these different factions. Yeah. And you're kind of, the lone wanderer who's, you do pick up a crew, but you don't have to take them out with you.
You don't have to pick up a crew either.
Yeah, that's true. You
If
don't.
you pay attention, there's a dismissal thing in everyone's box.
Yeah, and I'm terrified of accidentally hitting it.
I'm sure there's a confirmation after that. But,
Yeah.
I mean, there's also a perk. There's perks that give you bonuses if you're traveling, but like if you're out in the wilderness on your own.
Yeah,
so.
and I don't like doing that. I like having people with me. I think it's
Because
more...
they also have storylines with them, and
Well, yeah, I think it's fun. Like one of the storylines I already went with was having one of my helping one of my crew members become romantically involved with somebody.
oh, I've got that one. I've also got still searching for the Book of French.
Yeah, that one too.
Yeah.
But yeah, just going through a bunch of different like
And starting to reactivate the droid.
Yep. And yeah, you get like a bunch of different, like I said, you get the side quests, the personnel quests, which somebody like me, I like those. There are people who want to play through as the lone spaceman,
And you can do that.
you can absolutely do that. But for me, I think you miss something by doing that.
I mean, because I got curious about the question, looked it up. Like, there's one very, very different answer you can come up with for the whole universe. Like, you can end the game a lot quicker by following a certain path. And
Yeah, just going. I'm betting it's going solo and going full corporate.
yeah, basically, it doesn't necessarily require solo, but just going full corporate.
Yeah,
There's a choice you can make early on that's very clearly a corporate choice.
yeah, I bet. No, so far I'm enjoying it a lot. It's like I said, the menus are a little bit wonky, like shifting through. I mean, you're playing it on PC versus I'm playing it on
Yeah, I mean, I'm
PlayStation.
playing on PC, but I've still got I'm
using the Xbox controller.
I'm finding the controller there are ups and downs to both of them.
Yeah,
Because you can go equip up to 4 weapons.
Yeah.
And on the controller, you flip through them.
mm-hmm.
On the keyboard, you can hit a button.
Well, you can choose which one you want to. You don't have to flip through it. If you hold down the flip button, it'll freeze for a second and bring up the screen. And you can choose which one you want. But
the keyboard, you can just hit a 1, 2, 3,
1,
or
2,
4.
3, or 4. Like,
Yeah.
But no, for me it's the menu system is a little bit
I can see that.
subpar. It's a little bit confusing to look at. It's a little bit the thing that bothers me the most is that you use the 2 bumpers on the top
to do different things.
to flip through.
Yeah.
And they seem backwards to me.
That's fair.
Like, I feel like the big menu should be the 2s and it's the 1s.
Yeah.
And the small menu, and because that's the way it is on other games.
I've been thinking about that, but I also realized my PC version has the option that says map.
Yeah,
I can adjust it on the computer.
yeah. And it feels backwards to me.
Yeah.
And that,
Because you're making the big, in the menu, you're making the big choices with the little ones and the small choices with the big ones.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that
And
makes
it's-
sense.
And it just seems it like I said, it seems backwards.
Yeah.
That's
I have one aesthetic decision that kind of bugs me.
what's that?
Like other games have dealt with it, but like when you're on the ship,
Yeah,
all your characters are still in their full armor.
yeah, and you can't see their faces
Yeah.
until you can see their faces if you
re-equip different armor
yes.
that shows it. But like a lot of the games, like when they're on the ship, they're just in like their what basically their civvies.
Yeah, I mean, I would much rather see that. And it's also kind of strange that it. Well, when you go talk to them, like their helmets come off.
Yeah,
But yeah, I would. I mean, that's because that's the way like KOTOR would do that, and Mass Effect did that too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
even if it's just for helmet removal when you're on the ship.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's. I mean, it's a minor detail.
it's a minor detail.
But and that's the thing is Fallout never did that either. Like Fallout, everyone is always in their full gear.
Yeah, a lot less. I mean, but Fallout, when you actually get to actual safe areas, they usually ditch helmets.
Yeah.
But Fallout has a lot less of those.
I mean, you have the option to have them take off their helmets
I guess
in
so.
Fallout.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. just purely an aesthetic thing.
Yeah, purely an aesthetic thing. But overall, what are you enjoying the game, the gameplay,
I really am.
It
I'm
feels
liking
like it does feel, especially given the irritant of Fallout 76 being
Or
like
Fallout 1.
Fallout first, I believe.
Or
is
Fallout first.
Yes.
There's been a lot of Fallout for that one.
Yeah, there has. Fallout 76 being just a massive fuck up on
Yeah.
Bethesda's part. Just like I'm glad we have this game because we desperately needed something. I desperately needed like a Fallout type thing.
Yeah.
Because I played Fallout 4 to like I'm done. I'm done playing.
Yeah. Should I play so much I even rescued his son?
Yeah, I know, right?
I played that game so much I finished the storyline.
Yeah, I did. I
Yeah.
finished the story. And it got to the point of me just running around and doing shit. And
Saving settlements.
I was like, now I'm bored.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
So it was good to have something come in and kind of like fill that void for me.
I mean, Fallout 4 I really did enjoy. I enjoyed like the little bases you could build stuff in and whatnot. And
Yeah. And after I modded the PS4 version to allow for infinite building, it got a lot better. Granted, I did have a few times where I froze the PlayStation because I built too much.
That's the best part.
But
no, it's I mean, that's part of the fun of these games is just how you out there you can go with it.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, and it's been I don't know. It's I've enjoyed, like, I don't need the base building of Fallout in the
No,
newer-
especially when you're on a
Outer Worlds.
spaceship, it's not as necessary for you.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if they had a little bit more like spaceship modification.
Yeah.
But the thing is that your ship is not an integral part of gameplay.
You're not fighting. It's literally just your base on each planet.
It's your base, and it's where you go back to.
Yeah.
So like I don't feel the need to have it be like just a sorry, I just literally just got a like jammed in my brain headache.
Ooh, fun.
Literally just happened. So I totally lost my train of thought there.
I mean, yeah, I guess like the ship building might be nice. It
Yeah.
could be fun.
Yeah.
But really, yeah, because you're not fighting on a ship, there's no need to have like engine upgrades and whatnots. There's no time sensitivity to your ship travel.
Yeah.
There's no ship battles.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't put up posters might be nice, but that or
I
something. You
think-
get the idea though. But
I think you do get collectibles because like I just haven't figured out where they're going to.
yeah,
Because I've picked up a few things and gone back to the ship and been like, and had like the little thing pop up, like, you have this thing now at
Yeah.
the ship. And I was like, okay, well, where the fuck is it? Like,
yeah.
I did notice there are cows in my ship now.
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on with that.
Yeah, they just kind of appeared.
And the ship makes a comment about, I thought we agreed no more fertilizer in the hold.
yeah. It was just like, oh,
And I can't find a side mission for him. That's
no, they just
Yeah.
exist now.
Yeah.
Like somebody brought them in. There are cows in the ship now.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
What's weird is I just realized my cows disappeared at one point and came back.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're back. I have to go check now because I went there recently and two of the characters were having like gun practice in that same space, and the cows weren't there. Where do you store the cows during gun practice?
Well, if you're docked, you can just take them off the ship.
true.
But I don't know. But it's I have enjoyed the humor of the humor of the late stage capitalism.
Yeah.
Like taking something so dark and kind of fucked up and making it funny.
By fucking it up even further.
Yeah. Like there's one dude who's for one corporation is forced to wear a moon
And he has
like
a.
hat, like mask thing.
If you ask him why if he ever takes it off, he just goes.
I think it's
I
basically
think
part
it's just
of me
part
now.
of me now. Yeah, I am the moon. The moon is that is me.
Yeah. It's super sad.
Like yeah.
And one of the black market mob bosses
Yep.
is this kindly old grandma who gives you cookies when
Oh,
you
I
go
love
talk,
that,
like
too.
she gives you candy when you go talk to her.
Yeah.
Like it's great.
Have you gotten to the flirting old doctor like gal yet?
The flirting old.
There's there's one of the planets. There's a woman who's she's not even the doctor. She's the administrative assistant. The doctor's actually dead.
No, I haven't got
So
there
she's
yet.
You may have, because it's when you're trying to pick up caffeine pills for somebody becomes one of your companions.
No.
But when you pick up one of your companions, like you have to go get caffeine pills to get them sobered up first.
No, I haven't done that.
And the woman running the account is very lecherous,
Oh, good to know.
but also refuses to give you caffeine pills because his characters, like your character picking up, has met their quota, and only the doctor's allowed to update it.
Update it.
The doctor's dead.
Yeah.
They know the doctor's dead. Doctor's been dead for a while.
Only the doctor can update it.
Yes.
God damn it. That's some corporate bullshit
Yeah.
right there. There's so much of that in this game.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, goddamn fucking have to do the goddamn paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
It's nuts. It's pretty great though.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it.
I mean, there's one character who's recommended for middle, like you're reading through, if you dig through computers, read through reviews, there's one character recommended for a promotion because he tests well at mediocrity.
Oh, buddy. That's so sad.
But he's like the person they recommend advancing because of it.
That's so very sad.
Like he has no ambition or anything, so he's recommended to be in charge because then he's has no ambition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously. That reminds me of Catch-22. Like they just keep promoting major, and,
Yeah.
like until he's a major, just because it's funny to
Yeah.
have him, but he's absolutely useless.
Yeah.
Like they promoted him to major, so his name is Major.
I had a scout master who was Army Reserves and former Army.
Yeah.
Whose last name was Minor.
Yeah.
Want to guess what his rank was?
Major.
Yep.
Major, minor. Yeah, and they just like it's that kind of thing of like, let's promote him because it'll be funny.
Yeah. It's like general privates.
Yeah, exactly. But it's I've enjoyed their take at the humor, and I also have enjoyed their very very clearly well thought out thought into just things like even the loading screens or
Just the advertisements.
the advertisements and the loading screens,
Like the diet toothpaste that shows up as one of the ads later on.
or Titus Androidicus.
Mm-hmm. Starring something bought 2,000 and something bought 3,000.
Yeah. Remember, microphone distance, boy. You don't have to talk directly into it. I'm going to keep reminding you. You can hear the worst thing is you can hear yourself maxing out. You can hear it.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And so I'm not mysterious. Am I doing little circles? Doesn't really register as circles as much.
No. But it's like the little things like that. The things like when you run around, there's the little drones that will just yell like slogans at you.
Yeah.
When you're on Groundbreaker, when you're on the basically the mall ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they just yell like slogans at you, and the slogans are just so. I mean, they would be. It would be ridiculous if they weren't so perfectly tailored to sound like something corporate.
Well, that's the thing is they also sound very 1950s to me.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the aesthetic that like Fallout has too, of like the 50s, 60s kind of thing.
It's a heightened one. That 50s, 60s embraces that diesel punk, and then when you heighten it, you really get into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think that carries through a lot in this too.
You get a lot of the rounded curves and fins, and
yeah,
even on some of the helmets.
Yeah, one of the things that I have noticed in this is we don't have the Bethesda bugs.
Yeah,
like
there's bugs, but there's
bugs
attacking you.
But yeah, I haven't had anybody like get trapped in a wall yet.
Yeah,
like.
I mean, I know my characters. If I get an elevator and close the door, they'll teleport in the elevator.
But that happens in every game.
Yeah.
No,
I've played Bethesda ones where they don't always catch the elevator.
Oh yeah, that's right. And all of a sudden, especially the ones, was it Fallout 4 where there's some of the towers that you go through.
Yeah.
Where it goes through a loading screen through each floor.
And you get to the next floor
and your companion's not with you.
They're still on the floor below.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, I have to go back and get them.
Or you'll emerge into battle and they're still on the floor below you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's been a fun game though, and yeah, I'm trying to think if I've seen any major bugs other than my weird lighting effect.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen any big major bugs or anything like that. But
I mean, I've learned my PC's not happy if I'm running the game on one screen and have stuff going on the other screen.
no, why would it be? It's a fucking heavy duty game.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like it runs just great on my PlayStation.
Runs great on my PC.
So
yeah,
I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I'm gonna continue to play it for a while before I
guess I've had a couple enemies when you kill them kind of do the Bethesda melt into the floor bug.
I haven't had that.
Where like there'll be one leg sticking out.
Yeah, I haven't had that at all.
That happened only once or twice.
I haven't had it once.
I have seen the disintegrators have been a little annoying.
Because you're just looking for the pile of dust on the ground.
And sometimes that's really hard to find.
Yeah, it is. Sometimes, yeah. But that's just part of using a fucking gun that disintegrates things.
Yeah.
That's just something you got to deal with.
Yep.
No, it's I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm going to play it for a while before I jump into like Death Stranding, or which you've already said you're not.
I'm not that as excited. It looks gorgeous. I can understand it's gorgeous. I'm not as excited. I mean, I'm probably holding out for the Jedi game.
Yeah, and even that, I'm gonna wait.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna buy it when it.
Which I'm 90% sure that one comes out the week before my birthday.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll get myself a week.
This is the week before your birthday.
So I think it comes out this week.
So. Well, like we have this magical thing called the internet.
It is. Like, I mean, in a week.
Fallen Order release date is... Thanks, Google. November 2019. Good job.
Well, they're technically not wrong.
November 15th.
Yeah, so
it is this Friday.
Right before my birthday. I think I might wait till after my birthday to get it.
Yep.
Give it a week, at least.
Yeah. I want to play Outer Worlds for a while before I get another game, you know.
Yeah. I mean, Outer Worlds, and I haven't pre-ordered either of them because...
Well, we talked about this. Outer Worlds didn't have a pre-order.
Yeah. Well, they had a pre-order.
But you didn't get anything.
There was no bonus.
No, you could just pre-order it. Meaning that like the bonus to pre-ordering it was that it downloaded to your...
It was ready to go at midnight the day it came out.
Yeah, it downloaded to your... You could download it the day before, and it was just code locked to...
Time locked.
Yeah, it was time locked to set off at 9... Well, it was 9 p.m.
Our time.
Yeah. Midnight East Coast time.
Yeah, but it's that... Yeah, I got a day or two. I even got it a day or two later when I finally downloaded it. Like, I waited till I was off work for a couple days. And
It was a week.
It was a week.
Yeah, it was an entire week.
Yeah. I guess I was busy that weekend and just didn't happen. And
yeah.
Like, even if it had downloaded, I wouldn't have touched it till a week later.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I that's the same. Like, well, I played it last weekend, and then this morning I played it a little bit, and it was... I think I played it I played it for like an hour on Monday.
Yeah.
And that was the last time I played it until today because we're fucking adults and we have shit that we have to do.
I know, it's disappointing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm gonna play that for a little while before I get something like Death Stranding or Fallen Order.
And it might be a Fallen Order. May wait a while, and
yeah,
it's just pick it up once the Game of the Year edition.
Yeah, exactly. Game of the Year edition comes with all the DLC.
Yeah.
Plus, here's an extra thing.
And the bugs are actually fixed.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I've been enjoying this one though. We'll see on the Jedi.
Yeah.
Unless the Jedi pre-order was a lightsaber and skin for your robot.
Whoop-de-fuck.
Yeah. Like I have, like you do too. Oh, I have old, like pre-order bonuses that I've kept.
Yeah.
Or even I think, yeah, and then on the Jedi one, buying the deluxe version.
Yeah. Gets you the director's commentary.
An outfit for your character, another lightsaber, and yeah, the director's a video about the director's commentary making the game. Like,
I don't care.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I guess there is a version you can buy that gets you special edition one of the Black Series figurines.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's more
But
reasonable, but it's probably like
it's even more expensive than the deluxe version.
yeah. I mean, that used to be the deluxe version was getting that stuff.
Yeah, like I have actually still use the little box that Fable 3 came in.
Yeah, I have stuff from Uncharted.
And I still have the
we've
coin
talked
from
about
it.
this
Yeah,
before.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
I don't need a nylon bag.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. The pre-order bonuses are kind of bullshit.
They've gone digital. Some have gone digital. That it's like, ooh, I get a.
I mean, I appreciate a number of them have basically been like, well, like Assassin's Creed pre-order bonuses, if when they do them, are
Yeah.
like, you can get an extra weapon earlier, but also here's an extra tomb you can go through,
Yeah,
and like the extra weapon is usually an additional tomb or like thing that you have to go through. It gives you actual gameplay on top of.
instead of just a different color lightsaber,
Yeah, exactly.
just a cosmetic skin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but like I haven't pre-ordered an Assassin's Creed game in years, but that's the way it used to be.
yeah.
Shifting a little bit, we're both enjoying the Outer Worlds.
We are.
It's good. It's fun. We saw Doctor Sleep last night.
We did.
What did you think?
I enjoyed it. It was a gorgeously done movie.
Yeah. Well, first of all, yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful movie.
Like there's a car accident scene where the aftermath is actually gorgeous.
Yeah.
And the next scene right after that where it's just a long shot of a car driving down a road.
Yeah.
There's just a number of stunning shots in it.
Well, so so for those who don't know, Doctor Sleep is a sequel to The Shining.
Yeah.
It's about Danny Torrance 30 years later.
Yeah.
And it takes place in 2019. And first of all, it's the same running time as The Shining. Like 2.5 hours. It's 2.5 hours long. What you looking up?
Oh, I'm just trying to remember a detail. We'll keep talking about the movie. I'll explain in a minute.
Okay. So one of the things watching The Shining earlier this week, I rewatched The Shining earlier this week to kind of prepare for, like, you don't have to, but it helps the experience a lot.
I'm sure it does.
Like a lot of the shots that you see, a lot of the shots that are just like, wow, that's a beautiful shot, are literally like they recreated shots from The Shining. They're thematically and tonality in the same vein as the Shining was, which they use a lot of the same imagery, a lot of the same symbolism, but not in an overt like, hey, look at this way. It's just it's a clear recognition of the original, and what it does is immediately, from a visual standpoint, if you've watched The Shining before, it immediately drops you back into that world. You are willing to accept what is happening in it, and I thought that was really great. Like, I thought that was a really cool way of.
It was very cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did not see The Shining until I was in my 30s.
Okay.
Well, I didn't get into horror until much later. When I was in high school, though, like horror was things like the Blair Witch Project, Saw.
Yeah.
It
What people
wasn't-
consider like, well, there was like the found footage, or there was that like era of torture porn where.
And I guess I actually look up.
And when people say like, I don't like horror movies, what they're saying is, I don't like
gore porn,
I don't like Saw. I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't like those things.
So I was in my 30s by the time I find Shining.
Yeah.
When I was much younger, I settled on like a favorite number of 37.
Yeah.
Not everybody can use 2-digit numbers on the internet, so I picked random number. But throw it. My number was even before I ever saw anything, was
237.
Like somewhere around 18 or 19. I set it on 237 as my number. And
Yeah.
no idea I have any connections to pop culture.
Nope. For those who don't know, 237 is the infamous room in The Shining.
Yeah.
That like the second the door came up, boy, like you probably saw me just like curl in my seat a little bit.
Yeah.
It's just like, fuck this.
See, that's the thing is like, I think it's a gorgeous movie. There was definitely a couple points of like, things getting stabbed into bodies. You gotta go, but those movies, I wasn't like terrified at all during it.
It's tense. It's not. Like it's tense. It's not like,
Ooh.
You know, it's tense. And that's what The Shining is too. Like it's just tense the entire movie.
I mean, I felt far less tense in this than I did in like Us or Quiet Place.
I think you react more to like actual monsters.
I think so.
Yeah.
Which is different because like my most uncomfortable part of It 1 was the bully, not the monster.
Not the monster. Yeah. But
I don't know.
it's like where for me, well, one thing that's very different about this is that The Shining is the bad guy is the hotel in The Shining.
Yeah.
That's who it is. It's not Jack Torrance. Jack Torrance is a victim.
Yeah.
But the bad guy is the hotel. And
in this you have a far more defined villain.
yes. Yeah, in this one you have a defined villain from the jump. Like we know that Rose the Hat from the opening scene is the bad guy.
Yeah.
And that's something that's very different from this too. Is from The Shining is that The Shining is a slow descent into madness, brought on by the hotel, not by. It's not like the reason it takes Jack Torrance is because Jack Torrance is weak. And the reason, and in this, it's none of the characters are weak in this.
Yeah.
All of the characters, they're very like Dan has his moments of weakness, but a chunk of the story is him learning to overcome that weakness.
Yeah.
And
even our side characters.
Yeah. And one of the things it does is it establishes establishes these different characters as different characters who are strong in their own right.
Yep.
Whether that's, mentally, physically, whatever. And so it's not the slow descent into madness. It is very much a face off. It is good versus evil. It is more of a prototypical story. It's I wouldn't say it's a horror movie.
Because I mean there's a lot of redemption a lot of this is redemption of one of the main characters too.
Yeah. It is. And I also wouldn't say this is a horror movie either. It's a thriller.
Yeah.
It's not a horror. Whereas The Shining is a horror movie. It's 100% a horror movie.
Yeah.
Whereas this is definitely not.
Alien versus Aliens too.
Well, Alien versus Aliens.
Or Aliens, yeah.
Yeah. Kind of. Where it still maintains the same. This one still maintains a lot of the horror of the first one.
Yeah.
But we expect it now.
Yeah.
Whereas in the first one, we were in The Shining, you're unprepared for it.
That makes sense.
In The Shining, you're not doing the. In The Shining, you're watching Jack lose his mind, but not realizing that it's the hotel that's making him lose his mind.
Yeah.
And it's slowly just eating and chipping away at him because he is a weak-souled person. And also that Danny is the crux of it and is the one bringing it all to fruition.
Yeah.
It's very much a different story than that, where this is very, very strictly a good versus evil, and the events of the first movie playing heavily into this as a factor, but they are not the prime instigator or
sense.
problem.
I mean, horror is still a somewhat odd genre for me.
Well, there's no such thing as horror.
Yeah.
There is
subsets.
There are subsets of it. Like, I mean, yes, there's such a thing as horror. That I mean, obviously, we're not saying that it's there's no such thing as horror. Like, it doesn't exist. It's that to say that there is one version of horror, and that's like I said, when people say that they don't like horror movies. Well, they don't like slasher movies.
Yeah.
I mean, or they don't like ghost stories.
Tremors is defined as a horror movie.
Tremors is a horror movie. Tremors is a very, very, very different movie than Alien, which is a very different movie than Poltergeist, which is a very different movie than Friday the 13th, which is a very different
Rocky Horror.
Yeah, technically a horror.
Yeah,
yeah.
like I mean,
Yeah, they're all different, and so I hesitate. That's why technically, I guess Doctor Sleep does fall under horror, but it's a thriller.
I mean, Doctor Sleep versus Mandy versus Us, even.
I would say Doctor Sleep is closer to Mandy.
Yeah,
It is.
but they're also technically horrors.
Yeah, technically.
Or Us and
Us and Get Out.
I was gonna say Us and A Quiet Place are far more of that suspenseful.
Even Us and Get Out.
Yeah, yeah.
They're both horror, but they're very different movies.
I mean, even there's a lot of differences between chapter 1 and chapter 2.
Yeah, yeah. But we don't need to debate the semantics of horror.
It's a gorgeous movie. It's a very good storyline.
Yeah, no. One of the things that I appreciated is that it gives you just the right amount of exposition where it doesn't feel like it's punching you with it, but you're able to, if you're not a complete, dum-dum, you can look at the screen and figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, they give you just enough information to make it work. And I appreciate that some of the times, like, they flip the horror on its head where it's like you're kind of rooting for it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like, your main villain definitely gets tortured almost more than some of your heroes do. And beat up and abused.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But they bring it upon themselves.
Yeah.
They really do.
They stick their hand where it shouldn't be.
Yeah, they definitely stuck their hand where it shouldn't be.
I mean, part of this also is now King is known for this. I want to know more about the backgrounds of some of these, especially the dark side characters.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Stephen King is good at creating these like little supernatural things that are just like. And one of the things that I actually appreciated about this is that we call it The Shining. Like, Danny was taught that it's called The Shining by Dick Halloran.
Yeah.
The Scatman Crothers character, who plays a prominent role in this as well.
Yeah.
Even though he's dead. Ooh.
I mean, that's the movie that can do that.
Took an axe to the chest. But
I mean, because there's no, dead characters in the first Shining.
No, none at all. But they
That's like a real party.
Yeah. But the shit, I lost what I was gonna say.
Dead characters still shining, but we call it The Shining because he calls it The Shining.
We call it The Shining because he calls it The Shining because he learned from Dick Halloran, who calls it The Shining. Like, they shine.
Yep.
The bad guys call it something different.
What do they call it?
Steam.
That's right.
Which is essentially the
what they consume
the effervescent expelling of one's, I'm assuming, soul primarily. Soul, and if they're somebody who has the shine,
the more they shine, the more their steam.
More steam they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's, is it called The Shining? I mean, this comes back to almost kind of that name origin question. Is it called The Shining because one of the people, like either Dick or whoever taught him, called it The Shining because that's how they perceived it, because of their power, what their powers.
It's possible, but all we know is that, all we know is that Dick learned it from his grandmother.
Yeah.
Was called The Shine.
Yeah.
Like, she told him that he shined. And so is The Shining.
Because this gets into, the different people have slightly different variations on it, or very different variations.
And like, so Danny, in this, we find out where Tony came from in the first movie.
Yeah.
Which I won't say. But we find out where Tony came from. The new character, Abra, she thinks of it as just magic. It's a magic trick.
Yeah.
And all these different characters have slightly different abilities. All these different characters who shine have these different abilities.
Yeah, different areas with it. And
whether
or not they realize they're using it.
Yeah.
There's one character who shows up
early on.
Oh, in the middle.
Oh yeah,
who
yeah,
doesn't realize they have shine, but
No.
they somehow they tap into it for what they do.
exactly.
Yeah.
And well, there's one character who shows up at the beginning who is very aware that they're using it,
Yeah.
and it's
Wait,
It-
are we thinking the spoons?
no
No.
in the theater.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, come on, man.
Well, no, I was also thinking because the very beginning,
Yeah,
there's a character who shows up who doesn't fully realize they're using it either yet.
yeah, exactly. And then they talk about like everyone has certain people have different levels of it, some more than others.
Yeah,
kind of
and
thing.
different facets. And
Yeah, yeah. But one of the things that I thought was interesting in it is they didn't try to do the creepy digital thing where they place Shelley Duvall's face over
the new
over
actress.
over the mom.
Yeah.
Or they didn't try and place Jack's face over any sort of flashback or
Yeah.
anything like that.
Yeah.
They didn't try and place the character faces on there.
Mhm.
What they did was they cast new people who look similar to it,
Yep.
but just accepted the fact that they're not going to have Shelley Duvall or Jack Nicholson or obviously the little boy. They cast people who look close to that,
Yeah.
and then put them into make hair and makeup to recreate
That
look.
And it works, I think.
Honestly, I appreciate that more than if they were going to try and do like the creepy Grand Moff Tarkin thing that they did in
Yeah.
Rogue One.
I mean, the only one that kind of where I definitely felt like it was a different actor was Johnny, or not Johnny,
Jack?
Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's Danny and the mom both blended seamlessly for me.
I
mean-
pretty close.
I didn't watch it this week though, also
Yeah.
partially because they're also very much defined by their hairstyles.
Yes, they are. But the guy the actor who came in to play Jack, he's
think
not doing a Jack Nicholson impersonation. He's just he
He's playing the character.
he plays the character and he has the affectations of Jack, but he's not doing an impersonation.
I think it's partially just Nicholson has such a distinct look
yeah.
that that anyone you bring in is going to look noticeably different.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. That's true. But I mean, we're reviewing it, but that's okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
No, and it's a valid choice.
Yeah. And it's actually a choice that I appreciate.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Like I said, I appreciate that a lot more from a creative standpoint than trying to do the creepy CG thing over somebody's face. Like because then you get an impersonation.
Yeah.
And I would rather have them like they do a couple little things that make it so that like where they drop them into the original scenes.
Like I'm just thinking, like even trying to like do the DH thing on Nicholson.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson's
Jack doesn't act anymore. Jack has some health issues.
He also looks very different than he did at that age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He also is very done acting.
Yeah.
He has some pretty severe health issues that they kind of downplay.
But even still, like Jack Nicholson does not look like Jack Nicholson.
No, Jack. He doesn't. Jack. Well, Jack looks like Jack Nicholson. He just
Yeah.
looks like older Jack, who we know what that looks like.
But
too.
also, like there's other characters they've managed to successfully de-age and make look like a younger version of themselves, and
yeah,
he
that's
seems
true.
like a lot rougher one to do it with.
Yeah, and I don't think he would do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, like even if he was completely healthy, I think he would be like, no,
Yeah.
I don't think he would do it. But I don't know. I liked how it all came together. And I appreciated that they didn't try and just put a facade over it.
Which I mean, I know they've done that some with Carrie Fisher for the Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
But it's her daughter playing the role too, which I think also Carrie.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Some of the CG stuff they did, in addition to playing her role, she played some of her mother's stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Billy Lord played Leia in
Some of the
for Last Jedi?
apparently, yeah.
Not Last
No,
Jedi, Rise of Skywalker?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't believe you, but I'll look it up later.
Yeah.
I know they used a lot of footage from the previous movies that were shot, and they CG'd new clothes on her.
Yeah.
But that sounds funky to me. If they do, I'm not sure how comfortable I am with that.
I mean, if you're gonna have anyone do it, it probably is a better choice than most.
I guess, but like I was thinking
Yeah.
for a second, like when you were talking about Rogue One, like
Oh no,
yeah,
no.
but one of the things that I did appreciate about this too is that the side characters you got to know and you actually cared about them in Doctor Sleep. Like it nothing was done for the sake of just doing it.
There's no, I mean, one dimension. Yeah, none of the characters in multiple scenes are really one dimensional.
Yeah, well, none of the characters with like actual speaking lines.
Yeah,
They have a purpose. They have thoughts. They
Yeah.
have a reason to be there. No one is just there.
yeah,
And some of it leads to some pretty heartbreaking shit.
yeah.
But
But that's part of it. I
yeah,
mean,
but
I guess there are there's some characters in the kind of the pack who show up repeatedly. Who, like, I'm curious about why they're in the pack and what their background is.
yeah,
but,
where they came from. Yeah, but it's a great movie.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. It is a sequel that is not doing the same movie, and it is not it's not doing the same movie all over again, and it's not departing so far from it that we're like, well, this doesn't fucking make sense anymore.
it's not. What was the start? The first one was the found footage. Second one was in the bunker. Third one was in space. Cloverfield.
Yeah.
Or it feels like
My cat is being horrendously obnoxious this morning. He's scratching at the door. He's meowing outside the door. Although when I bring him inside and lock the door, he fucking meows.
Yeah.
He woke me up this morning meowing at me. Like he's like, I don't know what he wants.
he's just a dick.
He's just being a shithead this morning.
But yeah, Cloverfield
Yeah.
trilogy. Like, there's 3 movies that kind of link together.
Yeah. No, they don't. They don't link together at all.
Yeah.
Like the first two, like Cloverfield and the Clover and Cloverfield Lane. Yeah.
Like, literally the only link is the very last, like,
The last
what they
scene.
decide to put. And that could be, they could have done anything else in that last scene. Had very other options to go with that.
Yeah.
Gone for the same ending
Yeah.
and just not have the exact same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Cloverfield Paradox.
just bad.
Yeah.
It's just bad.
Like, it feels like they just, oh, hey, this is script. Maybe we can write Paradox. Maybe we can write Cloverfield on the top and make it a movie.
Yeah, make it a movie.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? No, yeah, it's not like that at all. It doesn't feel like they just reskinned the first movie.
Yeah.
It's very, very clearly its own story, and it's very clearly does what it wants to do and what it's meant to do,
And is gorgeously shot.
and is beautifully shot, beautifully shot.
I've just accepted that with my photography background, that does factor into movies for me. If they're beautifully shot, it's like bonus points.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. But yeah, that's.
I mean, the beautifully shot is the one redeeming factor for the DiCaprio versus the Bear movie.
Yeah, The Revenant. I would like to take a second right now. So Dr. Sleep
silence.
is good. Yeah, a moment of silence so we can hear my cat scratching and meowing at the door like a shithead. I would like to take a second right now because just say Dr. Sleep's great.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it. Highly recommend. But next week we are going to be recording on Friday.
Okay.
We can't record Saturday morning. We are literally at your birthday
All right.
brunch.
Yeah.
You dipshit that you set up.
I scheduled it for the same time I've always scheduled it.
Yeah. During when we would record.
Yeah. I think we talked in advance about recording on Friday for that morning too.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, even if I put it at 11,
You just don't know what day it is anymore. That you forget that things are happening.
I know it's September. What more do you want from me?
Buddy. So we're going to be recording Friday evening, probably around 5 or 6 Pacific time. Just so everyone knows. So you know now, Boyd. The fact that you should have fucking known already.
If I'm doing a brunch that morning, there's no good time to do it with a podcast at 10 a.m.
No, there's not.
Yeah.
And I mean, you could just not do brunch.
It's my birthday. I'm going to do the meal I want.
But
Deep down, I'm a brunch person, and you know it.
it's true.
Not so deep down. I'm a brunch person.
But
On pretty much all levels. I'm a brunch person.
yes.
Breakfast is considered a valid substitute for that in McCrunch.
But I just want to make people aware that we'll be recording Friday at 5. Probably it's closer to 6 p.m. Pacific time.
Okay.
Yeah. Somewhere in there. But just keep an eye on your
Just
notifications.
sit on Twitch until then.
Yeah, just keep an eye on your notifications. You'll get a notification when we go live if you follow us.
Yeah.
But that being said, that's it for this week.
So we're going to go dead?
What?
Well, if we're live currently, when are we going dead out?
I hate you so much.
Are we going to be unlive?
You're going to be
D-live.
unalive by the time you're not going to make it to your next birthday.
We'll be D-live.
Yeah. But that's it for this week.
All right.
All right.
Bye, kids.
Bye, kids.
We're back re-live next